Bill Henshaw here again, your constitutional coop from San Francisco, now on an extended stay in the Midwest with some surprisingly great developments I'll be talking about in upcoming videos. It's astounding what's happened here. It really is, all the way up to the quote unquote Supreme Court here. And it's going to change things across the country. The changes won't be limited here. You're going to love every bit of it. But that said, this video, I just want to discuss at least briefly what's going on with Congress. And these bastards think they can enact any laws they want to on any subject. It doesn't matter to them. But that's not the way it worked. You know, when they set up the original intent of the framers of the Constitution, those racist framers, and the idea was that most of the power was in the states, and in the states, most of the power was at the county level. Think about how great that is. Much more efficient, much less expensive, easier to control. Everybody in their right mind should want that government back and take it away from my former hometown of Washington, D.C. So Congress is set to pass a lot of laws, you know, dealing with schools, especially elementary and junior high schools and all that. And you have to ask, where the hell does that enter into any known powers of Congress? It doesn't. But since everything today appears to involve interstate commerce, quote unquote, and that's a great trick given if you get my constitutional defense document package, you learn quickly that there are no states. If there are no states, where's the jurisdiction and venue for interstate commerce? It's not there. And if it was, the Supreme Court has ruled a case called New Jersey Steam v. Merchants Bank, 6 Howard 344, that the Commerce Clause powers of Congress are closely associated with the Admiralty jurisdiction, known to those racist framers as a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, and which no state court can exercise. That's the key to our freedom. They're way outside of any jurisdiction they could possibly have. And if that's the case, they're not only not acting in any official capacity, they're acting in what we can prove is an administrative tribunal. And it might, in fact, be an executive agency like the Securities and Exchange Commission. And the Supreme Court's been cutting them a new one the last 3 terms on the court, along with the Federal Trade Commission and other executive agencies. That's a massive contradiction. You know, if I'm right about that, and I'm pretty sure I am, and I'm pretty sure the justices know the same thing that I do, but that's the direction we want to head. The hell with civil rights. It hasn't worked. It's not going to work. It was never planned to work. It doesn't exist. Get over it. So here we are. Congress thinks it can pass laws that they can tell your schools that your kids go to what they can do, especially teaching this transgender crap and LGBTQ, which is all federal, regional, martial law rule. They want to inculcate kids at an early age and get them thinking along the lines that this is the right thing to do, and this is what the nation and republic was founded on. Absolutely not true, as you'll learn by getting my modestly priced constitutional defense document package. Send me an email, unincourt@gmail.com. You'll learn some astounding truths in there. I put it together over the course of the last 5 decades, and now I'm my 41st year. And you get these documents and start presenting these issues, and you won't have the staying power that I have right at the moment. It took me a while to get there too, and I was as ignorant as anyone coming out of high school, trust me. But I've gotten so good at it, the 40 years I've been in California, I found it impossible to get into jail. The only time that happened was 7 years ago when South Carolina came and had me arrested in a regular library, which is hard to do. And I got transported across country. That's a story for another day. But while I did that, by the way, I wrote a hand-printed writ of habeas corpus, 18 pages, to the U.S. Supreme Court alone from a jail cell. 30 case citations, no errors. The difference now with the current makeup of the court, that would have got on the shadow docket, and I'm convinced a ruling would have been made. That didn't happen, but I know they got a call in Columbia, South Carolina, get them the hell out of there. And they did. It took quite a while because there was behind the scenes a federal investigation. I'll talk more about that later, of me as a domestic terrorist, otherwise known as a white supremacist, for what that may be worth. Yeah, it's just so exciting, what's going on here and what we have the power to do. But you just have to understand the right context and figure out how to do it here, and we can go from there. So that's a really good news thing. So as I said, subscribe, like the videos, tell your friends, get the word out. Send me an email, uwinandcourt@gmail.com. Thank you.